My name is Charlie McGrath. I'm the founder of WideAwakeNews.com and a host on the Rinse and Oracle Broadcasting Network. This Wednesday, the House is going to vote on a deal to raise the debt ceiling limit, or at least avoid a so-called horrific U.S. default, this tactic that's been used on the people now year after year. If we don't raise the debt ceiling, we're going to go into default. It's financial terrorism is what it is. Nevertheless, Congress is going to come together on Wednesday and vote on a deal to kick the can down the road for 3 whole months. Now, they don't want to get involved with automatic cuts or reducing spending that runs over $1 trillion a year in deficit. They want to give the system, the process, a chance to come up with deals, long-term deals in spending cuts and getting our debt under control. It is time to wake up America and the rest of the Western world. There is no solution coming to the sovereign debt nightmare that is being created, that is being manufactured to enslave the people of the world. The United States from 2007 to the year 2012 has risen from 66.6% of debt to GDP ratio to 103% of debt to GDP ratio. Now, this is absolutely staggering. This is a staggering increase. It amounts to a 9.3% increase in sovereign debt yearly, while the economy is growing at a almost stagnant 1.8%, and that's even by the optimistic numbers released to you by government. But this doesn't stop the mainstream media, which is one of the largest beneficiaries of this continued sovereign debt expansion, continued bailout phenomena. This doesn't stop the mainstream media from doing everything they can to assure the American people that debt is the only solution. That's the only thing that's going to save us. Ezra Klein of the Washington Post recently wrote, "Here's a secret. For all the sound and fury, Washington, D.C. is actually doing a pretty good job with our sovereign debt. We're not alone, United States. We're not alone, America. It's happening throughout the world. You're just not being shown this by the mainstream. You're not being shown this prison that is being built with debt." Again, the U.S. from 2007 to 2012, the debt has expanded from 66% of the GDP to 103%. In the UK, 43% to 85%. Germany, 67% to 81%. Spain, 40% to 70%. Ireland from 24% to 106%. Portugal from 64 to 108, Italy from 106 to 120, Greece from 106% to 170% of their GDP, and Japan a staggering 172 to 211% of their GDP. Now, if you're listening to me in the United States, this is what it means to you. Because every household in this country roughly added $50,000 of debt burden onto their back just during the Obama administration to date. More is to come, you can be guaranteed. Now, the House is promising to raise the debt ceiling 3 more months, but if they can't come up with a deal, they're going to stop paying themselves. You have got to be kidding me. There is no way on God's green earth that our so-called representatives in Washington, D.C. are going to do anything to affect their benefits. In fact, of the 94 new members of Congress that just were signed in, the average median income, median net worth of these individuals is $1,060,000. In case you want to know how that compares to the rest of this country, the average net worth of an American household is $66,000 and decreasing rapidly. There is no sovereign debt solution coming other than imprisonment in a debt prison that is going to be unleashed onto this world. It is all being done by design. It is all being done to enrich a very few elite. And when everything collapses, everything comes falling apart in a sovereign debt tsunami, they will be able to swoop in, buy everything up at virtually nothing, and make you nothing more than a corporate slave because of this debt. This is where we're at. This is where we're going. Believe it or not, stories are attached. That's all I got.